In this episode of Neil's Bullshit, we're going to find out about the advertising contract. Now, I didn't really understand that they were paid a certain amount of money for advertising. I don't understand how that works. Maybe somebody out there understands. Maybe Jason. Jason, do you understand how this works? Um, they're getting paid. I guess Lamar, who's been doing the. I've seen them putting placards on the buses before. Now, I didn't realize that the whole advertising thing was run by a private company. I thought that TriMet approved or disapproved ads on buses. So something is either I'm misreading something or I don't understand something. But according to McFarland, the advertising contract went to Lamar, who I guess is paying TriMet. TriMet's not. This is what it sounds like. I mean, maybe you'll hear something different, but it sounds like they're paying TriMet for the right to advertise, and I assume that means on the buses and trains. I don't know. I'm not sure what this means, to be honest with you. I thought that TriMet sold advertising itself, but apparently it doesn't.
Anything else? I'll continue with the general manager's report. I did want to share a little bit of good news regarding our advertising contract. As many of you know, the advertising world has changed pretty dramatically over the last years, 5 years in particular, since we have re-advertised the advertising contract. We have projected in our forecast a dramatically reduced amount of advertising revenue coming forward because of those changes in the marketplace. But you should also know that we've been involved with an RFP process to find the contractor for the next few years, and we had 3 responsive submissions related to that RFP. And a committee of staff evaluated it, and Lamar Obie Corporation, which is the current provider, was the selected proposer. The prime reason is that their guarantee, their minimum to TriMet, was $4 million higher than the next highest proposer. That's over a 5-year term. So the company's guarantee is a proposal of nearly $25 million for the 5-year base, plus options for 2 additional years. And so what that means is that we have increased revenue by about $1 million a year based on that advertising contract. So that will be something we'll be talking to you about, particularly as we begin to look at resources for restore and treatment service and other requirements that we have as we move ahead. I would still note that this contract is about $9 million less than the previous one, which does indeed, over its term, which indeed recognizes that the advertising business has changed dramatically, moved, as we know, much more online, much less in terms of print and display advertising. And so we are suffering a decline, just not as much of a decline as we were predicting in our forecast. So that's very good news. There is some little bit of DBE opportunity associated with this, but I would note that there's very little subcontracting opportunity associated with a contract like this. So that would be relatively small, $10,000 to $12,000 annually, that we'll be working with a contractor to secure. And again, under a revenue contract, under the delegation authority, I have the ability to enter into that, and when it's ready, we'll do that. But again, we have a September deadline in terms of the expiration of the current contracts. But I thought it was very good news I wanted to share with you.